Oh, so fabulous.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again. It's your girl DUMEBI Leah, the Melanin Princess African Barbie. If this is your first time stumbling on my channel, you're welcome. It's so good to have you here. I do hope you decide to subscribe, become a member of the family by hitting the subscribe button right below this video, just right there. And then beside it, you see the bell. You hit that. That way YouTube will notify you whenever I drop new videos. You guys, first of all, I have to apologize. I have been inconsistent. I basically disappeared off YouTube without explanation, and I'm here to let you guys know why. And this video is going to be explaining why, because it's a skincare routine. I have been having issues with my skin, like you guys. Oh my god. Okay, as you guys already saw in thumbnail, you already know what this video is about. You saw that in the thumbnail, you saw that in the title, so we're going to be talking all about that. And believe me, that's the actual reason why I took a break from filming for YouTube. Okay, first of all, as you guys can tell from my decor, I'm shooting this video during the holidays. Today is actually the 4th of January, so Happy New Year, guys. Welcome to 2022. I'm kind of excited about the new year, but I'm like really praying that it's a good year for me, that it will be a good year for all of us, because from my own personal experience, 2020, 2021 were very challenging years for me. Like, I cannot name one thing that I successfully achieved in those 2 years except staying alive and being in good health, which in itself is like the greatest gift. So I'm still thankful, but I'm just hoping that this year 2022, that everything that I've been praying for will just come to pass. And I pray the same prayer for you guys watching this video right now. Like, 2022 has to be the year of blessings and fulfilled dreams and answered prayers for all of us in Jesus' name. So as you guys already saw in the title and the thumbnail, I'm saying again, this is going to be a video about my updated morning skincare routine. Look at my face. I think I'm just going to insert like a little clip, maybe pictures or videos of what my face used to be like and what it is now, so that you guys will know where I started. Fine girl, no pimples, fresh, my skin was popping, was glowing, was succulent. Then to this, I became the girl with the acne. Oh my god, like, and then now this is where I'm at right now as of today that I'm filming this video, and I am just so thankful for the progress. I have finally gained my confidence back to be able to film this video for you guys, and I just want to share my experience with you guys, because I realized that when I was battling with this acne breakout, a lot of these videos kind of helped me and inspired me, because I'm like, when I saw people's before and after of their acne journey, and I'm like, okay, if they could have gotten through it and gotten their skin back to a healthy look, is that the word? If their skin could become good again and like get rid of all the acne and all that, then I could do it too. So you guys, first off, I have to say that I have normal skin. I don't have oily skin, so I never really have breakouts. Even during the adolescent years, I didn't really have all of that. So I just have 1 or 2 breakouts that show up when it's that time of the month. So that's basically had always been my experience with pimples or acne. I've come to realize, and some of you watching this video might have also noticed this, I think when a woman gets to a certain age, like her late 20s, 30s and all that, you begin to experience some different changes in your body. Some women develop adult acne, hormonal acne, because of different things. So in my case, what happened was, I would call it hormonal acne because I was having some Yo, I don't know, I feel awkward saying this on YouTube, but I was having some inconsistencies with my regular cycle, my woman cycle. There were some inconsistencies that I hadn't noticed over years because my cycle has always been like spot on. There's a specific day it comes, and it was always like that right from when I started, seeing my period and everything. So it now started to change. It wasn't coming during the same exact time frame. So I panicked, and then I went to see my gynecologist, and my gynecologist said I was having hormonal imbalance. And then he gave me medication to fix this hormonal imbalance, and I think that was when it all started. But at the moment, I didn't know it was the meds. You guys, I was wondering if it was maybe the products I was using, or if it was diet, or if it was lifestyle changes, or if it was stress or whatever. But at June 2021, when this whole thing started, I was using some products that I got from an organic skincare brand on Instagram. I've talked about that brand before, and it was really good. I never experienced any breakout or whatever. It didn't have any adverse effect on my skin. But at that point when it started, I was beginning to wonder, okay, maybe she had changed the formula of what she was making, the product she was selling. And I spoke to her, and even she too tried to help me find possible solutions. She recommended some products from her brand that I also bought that were supposed to combat acne and everything, but I found out nothing was working. So she asked me if I usually let my hair like touch my face, because acne at that point was here. So I was like, oh yeah, that since I did my jerry curls, that when I style it, I usually like do a side part and then let the hair touch my forehead. So she was like, okay, that could be it. Maybe like the product from jerry curls, because that also causes acne. Maybe like the product from my hair were like clogging my pores, so I should stop styling my hair that way, which I did. I was putting my hair back all the time, and I was still having the acne breakouts. So it took me actually, like brainstorming. I had to like ask myself, okay, what changed within the past few, when the acne started, like what changed? I started asking myself. I had to go back to my picture gallery to trace when I started seeing this acne showing up, and then I traced it back to exactly 2 weeks after I had started taking those medications. So I just figured it out. I'm like, okay, it has to be this medication, and I took the medication for as long as 3 months. 3 months. So it was 3 months of having the acne showing up and then increasing. This was how it began. And I actually went to the gynecologist, like when I went to get a refill for the meds, and I told him like, these meds are actually causing breakouts. I'm having breakouts. And the gynecologist like, no, it can't be the meds. The medicine doesn't, like, he has given it to a lot of people before. It doesn't cause breakouts. Like maybe I'm stressed out. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, what stress? There's nothing that's stressing me out. It's not like my life is a bed of roses, but there's nothing exceptional that I started doing recently that would lead to these breakouts. And of course, when I spoke to some other people that had treated hormonal imbalance and stuff, they said it gave them breakouts. I feel it just, maybe some people might have breakouts from that, some people might not. I think it's like, it works differently for everyone. So in my case, that was what happened. So you guys, you see this nylon that you're seeing here is filled with products that I used that did not work. And this is not all of them. The lady from the skincare brand that I was using then, she recommended like clay mask, rose water, vitamin C serum, so many different things on my face that were not working. And now that I think back on it, maybe it wasn't working because I was still on the meds as of then. Remember I said I took the meds for 3 months. So at some point when that wasn't working, I discarded it. I tried another organic skincare brand. It wasn't working either. She gave me the something for the acne and something for the black spot, because if you guys know, whenever there's pimple, there's always black spots. So whenever I use the acne cream, the next morning the acne, they look dried out. And then she gave me sunscreen as well. She gave me a moisturizer. Yo, you guys, I spent money. And this is the second brand I was using at that time. The acne cream was drying out the acne, but of course it kept coming back, probably because I was still on the meds. And then she also gave me something for the dark spots, and that thing actually bleached my face. At some point I was looking so light skin. People were like, what are you doing? And I couldn't, like, this is a picture of what my face was looking like at that time. And I had to just stop using it because the pimples kept coming, and I didn't like the fact that I was getting way lighter in the face. So that was the second brand that I tried. And then the next thing that I did, which looking back now was so stupid, please don't do this. I went to YouTube and I researched DIYs, because I was like, okay, if all these products are not working for me, maybe I should try natural stuff. I went and I got stuff like apple cider vinegar, honey, lemon, turmeric, apple cider vinegar solution, like diluted with water. When I saw online, I saw that it was good for drying out pimples, and yeah, to an extent it did. it did, but none of the results were permanent, and because of that I had to stop using all of that. I used Nixoderm, I used a lot of things, like nothing was working. So I decided at that point to contact someone that I know to be a pharmacist, and she's also into skincare and stuff. And then that was when I started getting on track to find the things that were actually going to start working for me. I'm going to show you the products that she recommended. This is what my current skincare this thing looks like, basket looks like. These are my face washes. These are my current face washes. I'm not using this one. I tried this one out and it didn't work for me, so I use this one now. When I explained everything, sent her pictures, and I told her and that my suspicions that I felt it was from the medication, so she figured it was hormonal and stuff. And one thing you guys have to know is that there are different kind of products that you can use to combat acne, depending on the kind of acne or what is causing the acne. It was during this whole journey that I got to find out that there are different kinds of acne. There are cystic acne, there are papules, there are whiteheads, there are blackheads. There is a lot. So what I had basically were whiteheads. Yeah. I had closed comedones as well. Closed comedones look like tiny rashes. It's almost like your pores are closed. That's what it is. So it's not like pimples like poking out of your head, just like tiny rashes just scattered all around. I'll put the pictures there so you guys can understand. So there are different kinds of acne and different products or agents work for different kinds of acne. I did not know that. So like the first things that I got are here. There was a cleanser that I was using. So I was told to stop washing my face with regular soap. I just use that cleanser. It's mild. It's not like to combat acne or anything. It's not to do anything. It's just a cleanser. And then there's this one, this discoloration correcting serum by Good Molecules. This one I was told to not use it yet because the plan was to first of all combat the acne and then start to fight the discoloration that was caused by the hyperpigmentation, which I was also having, and the dark spots from the acne. So I was supposed to start using this one later, but as it is right now, I will not be using this one because I kind of know a little bit about what my skin likes now with the experience that I've been through. So I found out that one of the main ingredients in this product is actually niacinamide. It has 4% niacinamide, and my skin reacts negatively to niacinamide. I found this out the wrong way, so I won't end up using this. So you guys see how I wasted money, Abby. So yeah, speaking of niacinamide, this is actually niacinamide. This is the niacinamide brightening toner, which she also recommended. And yeah, I finished it before. It's like empty right now. It took me finishing it to really figure out that this was actually not good for me. Look, it's empty. So you guys, niacinamide actually helps brighten your skin. Your skin tone will be popping. It actually did that for me. All the dark spots surprisingly disappeared. Even before the pimples started disappearing, the dark spots that were already there were disappearing, and it was because of this. But the downside to it was that even if it was working on my skin tone and making my skin tone even, it was actually causing more acne breakouts for me. So I had to eventually stop this. And that's the thing with skincare, it's like a trial and error. It's like an elimination process. When you find out that when you're using a group of things and you find out that it's not working, you have to now start eliminating one by one. Maybe you skip using one for like a week and see if your skin gets okay. If it doesn't, it means that was not the product. You remove another thing from your routine and find out how your skin reacts. So that was how I got to find out by that elimination process. So you just find out that this thing takes months before you get to the point where you find out what your skin likes, because you have to use the product for a certain time, like a month sometimes, to even find out if it's working. So which is why when people have like serious acne breakouts like what I had, it takes them time to actually cure it because it takes time, okay? And then I also got the hyaluronic acid by The Ordinary. I finished this one. I'm on my second one right now. This one is very good. It helps to moisturize your skin. And then this is the sunscreen that she recommended, and this is really good. This is the Misha Aqua Sun Gel with SPF 50. Sunscreen is very important, especially if you're battling acne or hyperpigmentation. You need sunscreen. Even if you're not battling any of these things, sunscreen should be in your daily routine. Apply it every day, even if, and she told me, even if you're not stepping out of your house, use sunscreen, because the ultraviolet rays of the sun always penetrate, except maybe you're in a room where there are no doors or windows and you're in complete darkness. But aside that, always use your sunscreen only in the daytime, not at night. Sunscreen is not good to wear at night, okay? So yeah, I had to get this. I was using it every day, and you apply it generously. There's this whole 2-finger rule thing that, you know, they do. These are the 4 products that I started with, and then with the face wash as well. So the plan was that I start with these things at first, and then with time I will now begin to introduce a product that was going to combat the acne. And then she recommended, when she looked at the kind of acne that I was having, the close commodus and all that, she recommended benzoyl peroxide. So I got this. This is actually benzoyl peroxide. This is the brand name Oxy 5. It's written here acne pimple medication. See, I even got the second one, y'all. So I was using this. I don't know if it just didn't work for me, or maybe it was because of the way that I used it, because these products are so powerful that if you use them the wrong way, they will also create negative effects for you. So I was using them every night, and then I noticed that the acne started increasing. My face was getting more sensitive. I remember one night particularly that after I applied it, I felt a stinging sensation. If I had known, that was my skin actually giving me a warning sign that I did not know, because I didn't know any better. So I actually got this at the pharmacy. It was, I think, about 3,500 thereabouts, naira, Nigerian currency. So I got that, and then when the acne was increasing, I started complaining to her, and she told me that, okay, that sometimes when you start using a product like this, it causes purging. Purging is like, it will bring out all the acne that is on, like, beneath the surface of your skin. It brings it to the top, and then when that one fades out, you now begin to see the actual effect of it working on your skin. So that's what it does. So that was what she told me, which I also researched on that, and yeah, it's true. I used it for a whole month, y'all. A month of wasted effort, if you ask me. And she looked at it and was like, okay, that these pimples are really getting that bad, that she doesn't think it's purging, that I should probably stop it altogether, which I did. By then, 1 month had gone. So she recommended another product. This one is also a benzoyl peroxide product, but it's a face wash. It has 5%. There's 5% benzoyl peroxide, there's 10%. Using a higher percentage doesn't mean your pimple is going to go faster. Now that I know better, when I started using any of these products, I would have started using it like once a week. Then after like 2 weeks, I would have started using it like twice a week, and then thrice a week, like that. That was how I should have been using it. So yeah, it did not work for me. So I used this one as well. I was using it every night, or so rather, I was using it one night on, one night off. There was no improvement as well. And believe me, this product comes highly recommended. There were a lot of positive reviews on the website that I bought it. So I don't think it was a product. I just think that at that point, my skin barrier was damaged, which I later got to find out that was the case, because I spoke to another friend of mine that has a skincare brand. Like, the advice that she gave me now ended up working even more for me, because she actually when I told her that I had used all these things, she was like, okay, normally these products are supposed to work. She asked me how often I was using them, and I told her, and she was like, okay, no, that was wrong. That I wasn't supposed to just jump right into using these things. That sometimes you have to give your skin time to get used to this product before you start using them consistently like that. So she told me that I had to treat my skin moisture barrier, that my skin moisture barrier had been broken, or it had been compromised. I didn't even know what that meant. At that point, it sounded like, okay, she's speaking a foreign language. I'm like, what does that mean? But at that point, my skin was looking very dull and ashy. I had a lot of acne. And one thing people don't tell you about acne is that it is painful. You're washing your face and then you're in pain just from your hand touching your face. Even when you want to sleep at night, depending on how severe your acne is, you may be feeling pain, like resting your head on your pillow. My skin barrier was damaged, and the signs were, number one, everything that I was using wasn't working. Things that normally would have worked were not working. Number two, I was always having this stingy, itchy feeling. A picture when you have like heat rashes and then you're in a hot environment. You know that prickly feeling that you get, like it's stinging. I was getting that regularly. So my face was stinging, my face felt sore and painful. My skin tone was dull and ashy. Like, I wasn't looking like this. Yo, I look like a queen now, even if you can see some acne. I was looking like a vampire. I was looking like something from The Walking Dead. It was bad. Yo, and the people was like, here. It was so bad. It really demoralized me. I would not lie. I was depressed. Like, I would just take my mirror, sit in my room on my bed, stare at my face and cry. It was that bad. I will be walking on the road and people that don't know me will stop me and be like, sister, what are you using? It was here, just like a stamp. You guys. At that point, I didn't want to go out. I only went out if I felt it was necessary. I had to go to work. Then clients asking me, what's wrong? Someone was asking me, am I pregnant? No, I'm not pregnant. Okay, you guys, it was not funny. I was genuinely depressed. I could not film. I lost all my self-confidence. So repairing my skin moisture barrier was just basically moisturizing my face. I stopped using anything that was like targeted at pimples or my skin tone or anything. I just wanted to, it was just moisturizing my face. So I was using these two products by a brand called Skinfinite. Skinfinite is owned by the second friend of mine I told you guys I started talking to, that her recommendations eventually worked for me. So this is their hydrating essence and this is their hydrating mist. So it was just basically to moisturize your face and bring back hydration to my face. I was using my moisturizer as well. That's the Cetaphil. I think at the point this is my Cetaphil got finished. I got the moisturizer also by Skinfinite. So this is their moisturizer. It was extremely hydrating and lightweight. And then I was also using my hyaluronic acid that I already showed you guys. So these things really helped heal my skin moisture barrier. I was doing that every morning and every night after my bath. So she asked me if I was using my towel on my face. I wasn't. So she said that I can keep wearing makeup, but that I should just ensure that I cleanse my face properly after wearing makeup. So I should stop scrubbing my face. I stopped scrubbing my face. I stopped using all these cleansers and everything. Once I come out of the bathroom with my face still wet, I will then use the hydrating mist, the hydrating essence, and then hyaluronic acid, and then the moisturizer in this sequence. And she told me that when taking off my makeup, because at some point I was using baby oil to take off makeup, so she asked me to stop using baby oil, that instead I should use micellar water and then these cotton pads, these ones that you guys already know about. And she said I shouldn't use baby wipes on my face as well, these cotton pads. So if you have acne, take a hint. Then after doing that, I will now use my normal cleanser to cleanse off, to wash my face off. After I worked on my skin barrier for 2 weeks, I did these things day and night. After 2 weeks, I noticed that my skin complexion started looking better. I wasn't looking dull and ashy and grey as before. And then all the itching and stinging stopped. The pimples were still there, but those reactions that my face was having stopped. So she introduced me to salicylic acid. She recommended that I start using salicylic acid. Salicylic acid is great for acne as well. Really good for acne, at least it helped me. But I didn't see results at first. This one is a cleanser. So usually what I do is I wet my face according to the instructions. I wet my face, I apply it because it's liquid. So I just take some of it and after that I will now take my bath and wash it off. And after that I will now apply my hydrating mist, hydrating essence, hyaluronic acid and cream. I use it twice in a week. Then after using the salicylic acid for 2 weeks, that was when I noticed that my face, and that was when I started seeing a difference. So these are two other things that I'm using. So I'm using azelaic acid and I'm using retin-A. This is tretinoin. So this one, the brand name is retin-A. I bought it for about 3,800. I bought this one for about 4,000 or 4,500. These things are not cheap, guys. The hydrating essence was about 4,000 naira. Hyaluronic acid was about 4,000 or 5,000 naira. So I used salicylic acid for like a month before I introduced this one, for a month again, and now I've started using this one. And I've been using it just once a week, but she said after 2 weeks I will start using it twice a week. I would just recommend, please, you guys, when you're having serious breakouts, don't try and do it yourself. If you're not an expert, if you're not, just see a dermatologist or see someone that at least is knowledgeable in the skincare business, because if not, you will damage your skin. My acne was not supposed to be as bad as it got, but it was because I was doing a lot of experimentation and using products the wrong way that it got to that extent. So I just needed to state that. So I'm just going to go right into doing my skincare, my morning routine, the way I usually do it, so that I can get ahead with my day, because baby girl is starving. So usually the first thing that I use is the Intense Hydrating Essence by Skinfinite. So I got this one for about 4.5. So you guys, I take about 4 pumps of it. I usually do this right after taking my bath when my face is still wet, because as I told you guys, I don't dry my face. I just apply it on my face. Make sure that I massage it in. So after that, the next thing that I do is I apply my hyaluronic acid. This is just for hydration, just to make sure my face is properly hydrated. In the daytime, I don't use anything to combat the acne. All the acne combating stuff, which are the 3 things I showed you, that's the salicylic acid, the azelaic acid, and then the tretinoin. They are all applied at night. The next thing that I apply now is this one. So this one is from Blossom Makeup. It's actually a Nigerian makeup brand, and I really like the consistency. It has a light scent too. So I just take this much. So usually if this was a nighttime routine, I would do everything up to this point, and then I can now use either the tretinoin or the exanic acid depending on which day of the week it is. But because this is daytime, the next thing that goes on my face is sunscreen, and sunscreen is the last thing that should go on your face. Except maybe if you're wearing makeup afterwards, then you can put your makeup on after your sunscreen. So this sunscreen I'm using now is Skin Aqua UV Gold with sunscreen with SPF 50. This one was about 5,000 or 6,000 as well. These things are not cheap, guys. So guys, I still have breakouts from time to time. I feel my skin has not perfectly healed, but if you've seen where I'm coming from, you know that this is like a lot of improvement, and that is such a huge relief. So yeah, I think I'm still going to do like a final video, like an update when I feel like my face is back to how it was before this whole saga. So let me know what you guys think. Have you passed through any acne breakout? What was the cause of yours? Was it your diet? Was it hormonal changes? Was it pregnancy? And what worked for you? Have you used any of these products that I've spoken about before, and how did that also work for you? Let me know what you think about this video. If you found anything helpful, if you have any questions, if I can answer, I will. If I can't, well, I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment in the comment section. Subscribe if you haven't. Please give this video a thumbs up. That's a way you can help me so that this video can get recommended to more people. So cheers to 2022. I intend to be more consistent this year. I don't have any excuse and my face is better. Thank you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.